Oh my god, look at this house, it's insane. I already bought it.
I'd like to welcome you to Quail Hill, located at 21 Canyon Road, Ross, California.
Guys,
I'm Neil
oh
Ward
no,
with
I thought they would edit out my
This
address.
property
That's
is
weird.
made up of
Whatever,
20
watch it.
acres, high up on the ridge, secluded and private. It would be almost impossible
That is
to
weird.
acquire anything close to this. The home itself is made up of
To this wall with its
Oh
length
my
and
god,
width.
I don't give a
And
shit
so
about talking,
my
man. Just show me the
mother
house
was very
already.
interested in visiting
Oh my
the
god,
Metropolitan Museum
dude.
of Art in New York, and a lot of the rooms were upholstered walls.
Dude,
So
I'm in a
she
bathroom trying to
actually
be entertained.
brought
Like,
out
bro, just show me the damn house, my
in
brother.
the tree, and we still have them, and it's a wonderful tradition. If you look at the railings here, my grandfather came to San Francisco in 1933 for
Bro.
Japan. One thing, there was interesting sourcing when the house
Guys, this is not good at all.
was being built. There was a wonderful craftsman in San
Wait, this lighting is just disastrous. Huh? Hold on, my camera's really big right now. Guys, the lighting is
So when you're
disastrous.
sitting in here, you really had a very sense of being in a temple setting in Japan. One thing, there was interesting
Guys, hello? Even at light, this is super dark.
sourcing when the house was being built. There was a wonderful craftsman in San Francisco by the name of Dirk van Erp. He was a wonderful metal worker. These escutcheons he designed, which are a copy of the Imperial Chrysanthemum. And these were pulls. Some of the closets. And my parents were very important for them to have storage everywhere.
adjacent to the formal dining room. We're in the central courtyard.
This is a very special garden, once again, because we have the dining room vistas, we have the
Hi,
music room
Felix.
vistas, we have
This
the
is my
library
2-year
vistas, all
e-subscription,
centered on
and I
this
am yet to be
space.
welcomed to the
This
jungle.
garden
Could
was
this be
designed by
my
Nagao
faithful
Sakurai,
dame?
who was the
XQCL.
first graduate from the University of Tokyo in landscape architecture, and for 20 years he was chief custodian of the
44
Imperial
months,
Gardens
holy
at the
moly,
palace in Tokyo.
XQCL.
So he came here and actually designed this garden. I think he spent about 3 or 4 days just contemplating the spaces. And he would recite haiku of what he envisioned and what the spirits were telling him about the garden. And the thing that I love
What?
about this garden, which you'll see as you move through the courtyards, is
Much
that
love,
these
kiss,
gardens
kiss.
have a 4-season cycle. Our
Okay, okay. Guys, I don't want to be negative, chat, but this is just bad. I'm sorry.
These gardens have
I mean, the wires up to the top and whatnot, like, I don't like it.
4-season cycle. Our family were always grillers and
What?
barbecuers.
It's not
so
great, man.
barbecue is a very key element, but barbecues are not usually that attractive. So the architect said, well, why don't we build some type of very traditional Japanese structure over the barbecue? He came up with his design, which is a copy of a Shinto shrine. There are metal grates inside, hydraulic lifts that go up and down to lower the fire. There were gas jets to light the charcoal. We took barbecuing to the edge of limit. Was a great entertaining spot. We'd have cocktails out here. These poles were actually telephone poles. They couldn't find anything substantial enough for the posting, and they were taken to a lathe in Berkeley.
You telling me we're looking at a house
shaped
that doesn't
to
like
this
it?
size.
I'm very
And
picky
you
for
notice
houses.
That they all have a copper ankle bracelet.
I'm super picky for houses. Are you kidding me?
This actually was re-roofed probably 7 years ago. Wonderful Japanese artisan that did this by himself. He took all the old shingles off. He took the cross members off himself. All the nailings are copper nails. Very traditional. This is a traditional.
Guys, when it comes to the house, guys, I never give a shit about the technique used or the oh dude, this is the if a material is superior and looks superior, that's all I care about. I don't care if you made it by hand or if you had to hire goblins from some insane spiritual world to build it. I don't give a fuck. I don't care, man.
Shinto shrine, and we will treat it as such. This was originally the music room. My father played the organ, and he had a very, very large organ here. All the walls are upholstered in white linen and original linen. Linen allowed the sound to come out.
Yes,
and it gave it
sound.
a very melodious, sort of soft tone to the organ music. I think an interesting note to this is if you look at the exterior of the house, it's white plaster and dark stain.
I feel if you cared that much about sound being like that, I feel you would get blinds with that specific material on the way in.
We've brought that into this room with the white linen walls and the dark staining. So we've really brought the outside in. And I think it's a
Oh,
wonderful
it does.
juxtaposition. And this was sort of the family gathering room, was always my favorite room in the house. When the house was being designed, my parents did not like forced air heating. They didn't like the sound of air whooshing through spaces. So they instructed the architect to design the home with radiant heat. The sun, what does it do? It radiates down on you, it doesn't radiate up. So all of the ceilings have serpentine of copper piping throughout all the ceilings to radiate the heat down. In the main slate hallway and in all the bathrooms, they put the radiant heat in the floors as well, so it would warm up in cold mornings.
What does that say?
And it's the cleanest heat possible.
Why, to buy my house? Well, I bought my house because it was convenient, but I don't like my house that much either.
After leaving the music room,
So I didn't really
walking
mind
down the
leaving it
hall,
behind.
We're now entering the study library.
This was my father's study.
Well, I don't
and
like
he
it.
would read
I don't like any
his
houses.
books
It's
here.
hard to get a house,
His
the house that I
built-in
like.
television and stereo, so he was very comfortable here, especially on Sunday afternoons watching football. This has a unique ceiling. It's a pitch ceiling. It's
What do you think privilege take when you talk about you're watching a guy with a $29 million house here?
a pitch ceiling in the
Check
house.
this channel.
All the paneling
It is about
very
houses
fine
too,
grain
but
oak.
small,
There's
but
a
the
guest room
design
that's
is
situated
top
behind
champion.
this room.
Like
So
what?
this could actually
CCL,
be
watch it.
a living area
Link.
for the guest room as well. So it's very well thought out. Once again, to bring the Asian element, these are obviously shoji screens. They do open all out and close the room completely off. The surround
Guys, all in all, guys, I like the concept of the house. I don't think that the finish
they do
of the
open all
house
out
is worth the price they're asking for. It's pretty okay.
and close the
It's
room
not
completely
fantastic.
off. The surround
It's just not worth the
is
price.
slate
It's just
once
not.
again,
Sorry.
tying in the slate in the hallways and the exterior. Very sober mantelpiece. This was my father's favorite room. So this is the epicenter of the house. Who would not want a bar in the 60s? This bar has so much activity.
In
great
the
fun
60s,
spots,
oh,
center
it's
of the
very old.
house. Wonderful cocktails are made here. And once again, in
They're asking for
original
29 million for this.
wallpaper, the bar would have this out, and it's built on
Property was incredibly well thought out. We're now back to the back of the home where it's quiet, private. You feel like you're in a forest here with views up to Mount Tam, down to the city of San Francisco.
So this was my parents'
Jesus Christ, so
bedroom,
much small you
and
can barely
the
see anything.
Design was they wanted it to be a
I'm gonna spit on it.
draperies from 1970. The colors are pretty wild, but that was back in the 70s. My dressing room, you'll notice the walls are blue and white stripes. Once again,
Oh,
1970
no.
originals, and still look as white as it was the day they were put up.
All of the guest bedrooms have doors that open up to the outside and look from one room into the next.
It's
Guys,
very
force us in
open but
chat,
very
man.
private, which is, I think, quite
Is he?
unique.
Let's move on down the hallway.
Zero messages in
The
chat. Well,
Wonderful
nice bait, man.
symmetry to both of these gardens.
So, and it ties in with the roof of the darkness. My father wanted to sort of acknowledge
Ah,
it in
I
Japanese
don't like this
temples,
house.
when
It's not very
when the
good.
doors are wide open.
Whatever, dude. Whatever.